Fucking orange. Orange. I'm having trouble peeling it for some strange reason. Hello and welcome to another live edition of OmenG's Stupid Scary Stories. Live, I said. So not the same thing I can say for some. Yes. I see dead people in the graveyard. I don't really see them. They're in the grave. But I assume that if you were going to see anything in the graveyard, it would be dead people. Right? Or am I wrong? I think I'm right. Anyway. This orange is delicious. So juicy. I'm eating a lot of fruit. So good. Got tired of being eaten. I just started eating us. Fucking oranges falling out of trees and shit. Grapes come running up on you. They like beating you down. It's a good orange though. Fucking delicious. Or maybe it's a tangerine. See, it's kind of small. But it's good. Not that it's cold or anything. Just that I, if I get comfortable enough to tell you a tale of terror. One that will have you locking your doors at night. Go look on your counter. Tell me if you see any oranges. Huh? Anybody got oranges in their house? If you do, you better get rid of them tonight. They're up to something. Whispering in the grocery store in the display case. Saying to one another what their plan was. It's terrible. They contacted their connection at Tropicana. And they said, listen, I don't know about you, but me personally, somehow we've got to stop the human squashers and making this into delicious, refreshing juice. Something's got to stop. So, what are we going to do about it? And poison the orange juice supply. While the juice was being juiced, certain oranges that knew that their death was coming would volunteer. They would volunteer and say, don't worry. They would ingest large amounts of arsenic before they went off to the squashers. Of course, this meant that they would be crushed into the juice, which then meant that juice would be drank by unsuspecting humans everywhere. Now, their first plan didn't work out as well as they wanted to. They targeted Tropicana. A lot of people don't buy Tropicana because they can't afford it. A quart of fucking orange juice is like $6. You live in the hood. That store-bought gallon for $4 starts looking real fucking good. They hipped themselves to it. They said, hey, these fucking humans are either real smart or real cheap. Either way, we're not gonna let something like that stop us. It's my brother John right there. He ate them yesterday. I'm tired of this shit. brothers and sisters, moms, uncles, cousins, nephews, nieces. Did I say aunts and uncles? If I didn't say aunts and uncles, grandpas, grandmas, great, and even greater. What are we gonna do about this? How do we get all of them without committing mass suicide? I mean, it's not like we really need them to tend to us. We have the birds and the bees. They did a pretty fucking good job before these jackasses came along. That is, humans. Well, we could target the store-bought facilities. If we target the store-bought facilities, then we will hit more humans. And with this COVID-19 thing going on, it's perfect timing. I mean, everybody wants to be healthy. And vitamin C. Yes. I agree, Orange. Well, put the plan into motion. Full blast. All speed ahead. These humans, they must be stopped. I don't think I need to tell you what happened next. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Cheap orange juice killed tons and tons of people. It's not true. Tons and tons of people. It was terrible. It was terrible. It was something which was blacked out. Sort of like if I were to take my thumb and go like this. And then you see nothing. Darkness. So this was settled across the country, across the land, across everywhere. You know, guys at work have a bagel, donut, orange juice with a sandwich from McDonald's. Chicken, no, not chicken. Why would you have chicken in the fucking morning for breakfast? It was a sausage egg McMuffin with cheese. Real good, tasty. Do you want OJ with that, sir? Yes. Usually it's Tropicana. Huh. They got you. Then the wool. Magically removed from our eyes. Massive death count. Across the world. Dropped like flies, they did. Well, we did. Human beings. Just died everywhere. Of course, we're so smart. We see things right in front of our face. We're really stupid about it. No one tied the fact that orange juice was doing this for at least a couple more months. So needless to say, about a good billion or two human beings kaput, gone. Numbers thin. Health at its all-time high. Oranges weren't too happy about this. Humans still baffled. Kinda didn't complain too much. But still, they didn't solve the problem. People started dying more over time. About 10 years later, many humans died. Still drinking the orange juice because we still think it's healthy for us. In fact, we drink more orange juice. People died because they used it sort of like ricin, so it made you feel like you had the flu. So people would drink more orange juice and succumb to more flu-like symptoms. The idiocy of it all. Anyway, so there was one guy, he hated fruit. All fruit. I mean, anything classified as a fruit, even if it didn't taste like a fruit, sort of like cucumbers and tomatoes, they don't taste like fruit to me. I mean, how many of you have ever said, God, I'm dying for a piece of fruit. Let me grab a cucumber. No, that's something you think about when you're thinking about pickles. Maybe a salad. Or that water that you always see when you go into a nail salon. And it tastes good, actually. I kind of like it. I'm not gonna lie. First time I saw it, though, I was kind of like taken aback. Like, what the fuck is this? Why is there cucumbers in the goddamn water? You know, somebody told me at the time when I had seen this that the fact that I didn't know about this watery cucumber shit meant that I had no class. Okay, whatever that's supposed to mean, because I don't put cucumbers in my water. I've only seen it at nail salons, to be honest with you. So I guess that's to say that nail salons, or people therefore within, are of the classy type. I've learned something new tonight. But back to the oranges. Back to the oranges. No, not World of Tanks. I said oranges. Now, the thing about the oranges, the humans and dying and scientists that finally broke the chains of the stupidity that had plagued us for 10 years. And when I say stupid, I mean just straight up stupid. The kind of stupid that makes you almost wish that more people died. You know what I'm saying? It's like even when you had some doctors who would literally drink orange juice and then die on camera. They'd stream it on the internet. Fucking Instagram, goddamn dancers on TikTok were like doctor's last moments dance. And the guy was convulsing and shit. And then he threw his hands up. He was like, you know, nervous system was taking over. It's ricing. Do that to you. Next thing you know, he's kicking one leg up, other leg back. He does like a sort of half twerk move, drops to the floor. Nobody took it serious, so instead of saying we should probably not drink orange juice, these dumb fucks on TikTok were drinking orange juice. Became a challenge. Drink orange juice and don't die challenge. Like, see if you can convulse and do the dance before you actually went into a seizure and died. I would say, honestly, I found it to be extremely hilarious. I mean, I was cracking up. Wouldn't you? I mean, you know that the chances of this idiot actually surviving is 0. It's fucking ricin', people. Ricin'. Fucking ricin'. It's that shit from fucking Breaking Bad that he put in her coffee or whatever. She, that neurotic bitch, kind of happy he killed her ass. It's not the point though. And it wasn't because she was a female she deserved to die. She was a dude she would deserve to die. It's just her character in general, her snitchy tendencies. She couldn't be trusted. Couldn't be trusted. Just like you couldn't trust the fucking oranges. So Cornelius, hater of fruit, he said we should defoliate the planet. So oranges, that's the cause. Now by this time, most of the stupid ass doctors had martyred themselves trying to prove a point, which kind of left him the last guy left with any fucking credentials. So they kind of had to listen to him. Not that he said anything more than anybody else. In fact, he was kind of dumb. He just hated fruit. Now he finally had a platform from which to launch his sick, deranged campaign of terror against fruit. He had people round up the apples. I mean, these fuckers had nothing to do with it. I mean, you've heard the saying, it's like apples and oranges, right? It's exactly the same. So the first thing they go after is the fucking apples. opposite side of the scale. I mean, these motherfuckers don't even hang in the same orchards with orchids at all. You know what I'm saying? Orchids prefer to hang with, I don't know who they prefer to hang with. They're fucking flowers. They don't make fruit. Stories about fucking oranges, the fruits. Well, pretty much anything on a tree was in danger. Next, he went for the peaches. Because he figured they're kind of orange in color. Yet again, totally different family of fruit. He didn't care. Rounded them up. I mean, we had fucking apples, apple pies, apple sauce, apple cider, apple juice for millennium. I mean, he eradicated the apples. Peaches, cobbler, fucking canned peaches. We got so much goddamn peach cobbler, they started building houses with it because it goes stale and get hard, mummify. Houses smell good though. Not good if you wanted to live in it though. The fucking bugs were terrible. Ants everywhere. Fucking roaches. Flies. You know? Dog nibbling on your goddamn wall. Half your house falls down. Then when it rains, don't get me started on that shit. Pans get heavy. Sink in, your ceiling, roof collapses. Splash. Peaches and shit everywhere. That's not the end of it though. It's not the end of it. Thinking maybe he might figure out that citrus. Maybe I should ask a lemon, lime, maybe even a fucking grapefruit. Might have an idea where I could find, you know, the grove of oranges, where these orders are coming from. But he didn't do that. He just continued on his reign of terror. Against any and all fruit. Mangoes, avocados. Someone asked him, "Hey asshole." I think it was a grape. As a matter of fact, it was. Concord grape. Proud. I asked the guy, such a hater of fruit. You ever had a goddamn cucumber in your salad? Tomato even? Of course, this guy, being the idiot that I told you he was, brags about it. Of course. I had tomatoes and cucumbers in my fucking salad. I even enjoy them with raisins. How about that? Well, that's when the Concord grape laughed at his ass. Oh, he laughed hard for a grape. Little grape juices splurting out of him. It was hilarious. I was cracking up too. I mean, I had to give it to the grape. Dude starts asking, you know, what's so fucking funny? You know, grape tells him, "Doofus, you know, raisins, tomatoes, cucumbers." I said, "Yeah, I love them. I love them to death. Delicious." Well, he said, "They're fruit." I said, "No, they're not. They're not fruit. Fuck you." So, you know, I whipped out the dictionary and showed it to the scientist. You know, this guy who's supposed to be saving us from ourselves and the oranges. And this fucking jackass literally had a heart attack. Now I can only imagine what might have been going through his mind. And for any of you born after a certain time, you're not gonna get this reference. So I'm sorry. Now, as I said, I'm imagining the vision that went through his mind was probably something like the scene in A Crying Game. Forrest Whitaker kissing this character passionately. Oh, he loves her. He's already got the brain. He got some good brain too. The best brain he's probably ever had. Then he sees her in the shower. I think he might have been in the shower. She comes in, she's all rubbing on him. Think she wanted the D. she wanted the D. She already had a D. And he found out that she had the D. Now, the reason why I use this as an analogy to him eating fruit, finding out and having a conniption fit, is because the dude obviously loved this she, right? Is that okay to say? Because he was a dude, or was a chick. She identified as a female, but she was a male. Okay? Go see the fucking movie if you don't know what I'm talking about. But the analogy fits. It fits. Because see, he didn't like beat the dude up, but he couldn't go farther than that, you know, had to leave because he probably would have fucked him. Because he really loved him for who he was. Because he thought she was a girl. This asshole thought fruits were vegetables. And he loved them. And he ate them and he thought it was delicious. And now he's killing the things he loves. Well, he had an absolute change of heart. It was crazy. He actually started helping the fucking oranges kill us. Sabotaging our detection systems. Now, I don't know why me personally, I didn't just shoot him in the back of the head when I noticed that he was corrupted by the fruit. But I honestly do not think that he was gonna flip out like that. I thought maybe Holmes would have just chillaxed. But he didn't. In a new chapter of human existence was soon to begin. And a new terror soon to be bestowed upon man, or remains of man. I think it was what may have remained of man that was the biggest threat to most things that we had even seen. Next, my throat hurts. A little worried. I don't have a fever, and I can taste though, so that's good. The sour taste of citrus is left in my mouth. Turned against us. Seeking a peace that ultimately depended on us trusting each other. And I mean, how do you get someone to trust you when one of them tries to totally kill the other one? It's damn near impossible. I mean, I honestly wouldn't have tried if I wasn't instructed to do so by the head of the government. He told me, you need to come here to the Grove in Florida. I think he said it was Jacksonville, or I don't fucking know. Don't give me lying to you. It was Florida. So I went to this grove and I spoke to the head bushel of oranges. You know, you can't just talk to one. You speak to you in a bushel. 40 pounds. This wasn't enough for them to really do anything to me. I could have just squashed them in the juice if I really wanted to, but we figured it's not been working in the past. So let's try something new. That doesn't involve 10 more years of bloodshed. We get to have our orange juice back. And you motherfuckers, calm the fuck down. Well, you would think that would be something that they would agree to. A lot of proud oranges in the bunch. I didn't have a unanimous bushel. I mean, they actually had demands. Demands from oranges. But we had seen what ignoring the craftiness of an orange could do. First it was good, and then it was terrifyingly bad. So, needless to say, they came and read out their list of demands. They wanted us to turn all the land in the country into land capable of growing more oranges. We told them no. Obviously, that's not going to happen. We don't believe in global warming and shit. You'll be lucky if you have the land you have now. By the time we're done with this world, nothing is growing anywhere. So, let's move on to your next demand. This jackass tries to tell us that we're only allowed to use certain oranges for orange juice. It seemed a little racist to me, because they were talking about like tangerines and clementines. You know, those smaller oranges should be used for juice because their trees had, more. And they were sweeter. But we told them we like the tang. It's gotta be a perfect balance of sweet and tang. When I eat a clementine or a tangerine, tans are fucking ring. I want sweet. Just a bit of tart. I'd prefer no commercials and stuff that says commercial free. That would be nice. But hey, you know what? What can you do? You get what you're getting. It's hot as fucking here. I feel like I'm at a slave field picking cotton. Picking it right now. It's that hot. Sweating like Tobias. Overseas over my back. He said, "Boy, I need more cotton." Anyway, we told the oranges that their first demand wasn't happening. That second one we just weren't going to agree to because, us humans, we're not racist. We all get along. Black, white, purple, green, yellow, orange, red. There's no division amongst us. We don't ever sacrifice each other, subjugate one another, not like each other for silly reasons. Your proposal to a race of equally loving people is not accepted. We will not sacrifice just one of your kind. We either make juice out of all of you, or we're just gonna have to make juice out of all of you. I mean, what kind of fucking stupid proposal was that? It's like us telling us, no orange juice, you only have lemon juice. Or maybe not even lemon juice. Maybe lime juice. Maybe you want to be total dicks. It's got to be lime juice. I'd even have grapefruit juice before I have lime juice. Lime juice is disgusting. It's so fucking bitter. It's gonna like ceviche or guacamole. Some hot sauces, but just a splash. Not even a splash, like a little drizzle. You know what a nightmare is? When somebody uses too much lime in something. It's absolute terror. You go to get something to eat, and you read it. You know they got a new chef there. This says cilantro and lime. More like too much lime and a little bit of cilantro. It's fucking horrifying in your mouth. You start crying about it. It's the bitterness. You can't wash it out. It makes your cranberry juice that you're drinking just kind of roll up on your tongue. It doesn't even want to penetrate your taste buds anymore. It's mad at you because you've coated it with this bitter lime juice. Bitter lime juice. But yeah, the Oranges had their way. That's probably what they would have done to us, is made us drink lime juice. Now I could feel the tension was building. I mean, 2 out of their 2 demands were already shot down. This bushel of oranges was starting to get a bit feisty. Now, I hadn't understood their master plan, which actually turned out to be one that I quite enjoyed. I thought the pairing of the 2 of them was a match made in heaven in hot sauce. But then they decided that they were going to infuse capsaicin into the orange juice supply. I mean, they didn't tell us that that's what they were going to do, but they figured if we're going to eat them, they're going to infuse capsaicin. Now you ask yourself how they did this. I could tell you the sugar-coated way, or I could tell you the truth. Unfortunately, during this war between humans and oranges and other fruits, chili peppers, being a fruit themselves, they were exploited by many of the oranges' tropical areas where they kind of shared the soil. They were sold into the pepper trade illegally. Pepper slavery. It's terrible. They weren't allowed to do what they meant to do, which was adorn food with their hot, spicy sweetness. Bless hot sauces, both exotic and small batch and large, crafted by the best. Who is the best, you say? Heard of Terry's Hots, Bonnie Sauce Co., Heat Dealers, Tommy Scoville, Putt Burns, Hot Sauce Monkey, Hot Saucy Monkey, the elite ones. I know about those guys. Willie's Chilies, Hot Pepper Seeds, CLF Pepper Farm, Idaho Hot Peppers. These are all people that, I think have very good, delicious sauces, African food dreams. Pretty soon I'll be calling my fruits in from another place that's not dealing with these oranges and their nonsense. Their pepper slavery. That we condemned when we found out about it. It's terrible. But, as I said, they were infusing the orange juice supply with capsaicin. The way they did this is they were mixing with peppers. It's an unwilling thing. Peppers don't like oranges like that. Not that way, They don't mind chilling with them in sauce. But to be a hybrid, orange hybrid with a pepper, the children were hideously deformed. Gross, I tell you. But it was the life that the oranges had chosen for the unfortunate chili peppers. Now, for many hot sauce lovers, those who crave capsaicin, those who have hot sauce for blood, well, for those people, the new with pulp hot orange juice variety was fucking delicious. I would guzzle gallons of it. It became the new crack. Yeah, oranges had us hooked. Our dependence on this spicy orange juice, so healthy for you, vitamin C, capsaicin, kept you clear, sinuses open, taking in all that vitamin C. You wanted to be out in the sunlight. It was great. The pulp. So good. So good. Now you probably wonder, for the people who didn't like orange juice, spicy, hot pulp, what did this do? Did they blame the oranges? Us humans that loved it, we took responsibility. We said that this was the way things were going to be. It's what we had to do, us, in order to keep the alliance between the oranges and humans happy. But the peppers, they weren't happy. They were being exploited. The once wonderful relationship between the chilies and chili heads and hot sauce lovers everywhere broke down, was strained terribly by our drinking of this orange juice, this hot orange juice. We even started putting it on stuff. It was ridiculous. We weren't even growing the peppers right anymore, abandoning the pods in their infancy. They were tiny pods. You couldn't even call them pods anymore. They were like pigs. But say it real quick. That's how small they were. Jars of hot sauce. You can only get like an ounce, maybe 2 out of a batch. That's how small these things were. It's like one bush plant would yield like 1,000 of these little tiny things, but they were tiny. They had no flavor at all. No seeds. They were doing this to us on purpose. They were mad. They wanted us to take notice, and we did. We came back to our senses. Thank God we did. We almost lost many rare peppers. The Sugar Rush Peach. The Sugar Rush Peach, such a rare pepper, was almost eradicated by this. Red Nagas, scorpion tails, 7 pots, boots, reapers. They were reaped. The ghost peppers became ghosts. Almost. Thank God and science that we were able to bring them back from the brink of extinction. Now, the thing that bothered me the most about almost losing every pepper in the world is that it changed nothing between us and the oranges. As soon as it was realized that they were exploiting the poor peppers, the chilies of the world, an uprising was launched. Thai chilies, habaneros with them sombreros, Scotch bonnets, they were on it, quick, in a hurry, flash. Scorpions crept from the deserts. 7 pots dropped it like it was fucking hot, and it was. It really was. I'm not joking with you. You may find some of the things that I'm saying to be potentially comic, but they're not. This really did happen. In a dimension not of this earth. Or maybe just not of this timeline. It was a time when I was around, there were other people, and there were these situations with fruits that talked, thought autonomously, and somehow there's no farmers. Because they could have solved the problem real quick with this shit, but apparently, they don't exist in my story. It's not the point. As I said, the uprising was launched. Thai chilies and habaneros and Scotch bonnets, scorpions, cephalopods, nagas. Serranos, poblanos. Even the bells hopped in. Cherries were not very merry as they buried many an orange grove. Starved their roots out. The bottom, suck all the water away. Wiry roots of the pepper plants wrapping themselves around the roots of the trees, just cutting off their supply. Whole groves were eradicated. We realized that this war had to stop. Couldn't let the peppers kill all of the oranges because, you know, you can't make orange habanero hot sauce without oranges. Besides, you'll fuck up like maybe 5 of my hot sauce brands right off the bat. You know, I need my sumos and bloods and golden nuggets. And these little sons of bitches started playing some goddamn banjo music and was about to sing me a song about why they should be allowed to do what they're doing. I didn't see it that way, so I really didn't listen to shit that they had to say. I immediately kind of like ignored them really fast. And, well, anyhow, it took another 10 fucking years of fighting and negotiations to go wrong for us finally get the damn peppers to agree to stop killing all the oranges. I mean, it was not even a fucking competition, which made us wonder how they were taking advantage of it in the first place. They must have been really nice. They're just like, sure, we'll help you, oranges. Just finally got mad, snapped back. They're like, wait a minute, we have all the capsaicin. We just burn everything. The mucus fucking membrane. Like, why are we listening to oranges? Suck the fucking water out of their roots. Well, the peppers were drunk with power. Absolutely drunk with it. In order to be in the pepper world, you had to have Scoville rating of 2 million or better. Habaneros quickly were cast out. Scotch bonnets as well. It's terrible. Many peppers were put on the other side of the line for being too weak to affect humans. So they had to come up with their own plan. Started working with humans. A whole other 10 years of wars and fucking bullshit happened. Treaties were signed and broken. Armistices, ceasefires, nuclear bombs, holocausts, toxic waste dumps. No more chicken at the chicken store. No hot sauce for chicken wings. Vegans somehow started roaming the streets because there wasn't really much meat to eat for whatever strange reason, because fruits and shit, certain animals eat fruit, or at least need fruit to eat. Berries, birds, bees, they started fucking dying and shit. This is like a huge chain reaction thing that happens that nobody really thinks about. Fucking ecosystems, you know, you tend to fuck shit up when you fuck up a bunch of shit at once over the course of 10 or 15 years. And this was going on for like decades. So we're talking about like 30, 40, 50 years of absolute nonsense. And finally, you know, these aliens came down from an alien planet from some gamma quadrant, beta, epsilon, pi, theta, zappa, I think is what he told me. Real cordial fellow. He asked me if we could use a little bit of help with our current food situation. To which, of course, I answered, no. We've got this under control. He said, really? You have it under control, huh? Half the animal population is dead. Humans are resorting to cannibalism. I see that leg you've got sticking out of your knapsack. What are you doing with it? for dinner later. Why do you ask? I'm not sharing it. I've been marinating this leg for about 2 weeks now. It was a tough chase. I had to run after that guy for months. Started climbing mountains, got all diesel and shit. You know how hard it is to eat super muscly thigh? It's aggravating. It's tough. There's no fat in it. And of course, we ate most of the fat people already. They were easiest to eat. They didn't run very fast. They tried to run miserably. It was hilarious. It was hilarious. Tripped and fell. Clobbered him over the head with a club. Sort of like a baby seal. Smash. Don't get mad at me, people. I'm just telling a stupid, scary story. I don't eat human beings, especially fat ones. I eat meat with hot sauce. That's what the aliens fail to realize. We have been eating human meat for quite a time now. And here comes this alien here. And he's standing in front of me, looking all green and blue. Immediately in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, does he taste green and blue? I know what you're saying. What does green and blue taste like? I don't know about you. Immediately in my mind, blue tastes like blue raspberry. Sweet, tangy, a little sour. The green could be green apple, potentially. Maybe spinach. But he wasn't that kind of green. He was sort of like a lemony lime green. So I assumed that maybe alien meat tasted like candy. So I clubbed him over the head like I would a fat person. Smash. Tried to do some mind control hand wave shit. Smashed his hand. You know, I wasn't having none of what he was trying to do at all. I was sick of decades and decades and decades and decades of eating human beings. I was tired of it. Human meat gets really boring after like the first 100 humans. You know, it takes about 100 humans. And you're just like, sort of like a McDonald's burger. You know, you'll eat it, but you don't really want it. It'll do for now. But, yeah. I want to say, the alien meat was absolutely fabulous. Oh, fabulous. We found his alien spaceship. It was a Mayday beacon. Don't ask me how we knew. It's a big red button. It looked like it would say help. We pressed it. And immediately, 2 more alien ships came. They were looking around, trying to figure out what had happened. Jumped out the bushes. Clobbered them both. Bang, bang. That alien meat is to kill for. I ain't dying for it. You know what I'm saying? Unless, of course, the aliens decide to come back down here and, like, maybe blow us up because I ate 3 of their friends. Maybe they see it. They're probably, like, cloaked. Like the Predator and shit. Sort of, like, hanging out. But then there's some bastards because they let me eat their friends. And I ate them. Except for their big ass heads. It's not really into brain too much. No, not really. Well, I'm kind of hot. My throat hurts. So I'm going to call this one a night, folks. Entertained myself for about an hour now. It's 11:30. I must rest my soul and brain, spirit. This is not over. After eating these aliens, I'm quite sure they will come back. The when they come back, am I going to be ready to face whatever they may bring? Am I going to be ready when the aliens return? Or, well, not return. When they come to see what happened to the ones who have not returned. Yeah. Will I be ready for them when the ones who come back for the ones who have not returned return? I guess you're just going to have to join me tomorrow night and find out. Or do I want to tell you now?